appreciate you. Still work here.
You need this chair.
Sure. What do you need?
Somewhere else we haven't.
Are the rumors true that you might be moving on, Hey, I'm sorry.
Will I be in your way if I step right here?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
Gene?
I'll let you know. I just got the table, so you're still good. I can't see you.
You know, Commissioner Duda?
Am I in your way?
I think we're good.
Good?
I just have a little bit of the tripod, so
Is that better?
that's really, yeah, that's wonderful. Thank you.
Will you taking this chance?
Don't make me look.
Yeah, you're totally good.
You're doing it already.
My signage.
Well, how's the corner of the world at North High?
I think Her Honor the Mayor has just arrived, so come up and get this show on the road. Gene? Right here. And
Hi.
Steve LeClaire is back there someplace. Steve? Steve? You're right.
Begin.
Steve LeClaire? Very good. Thank you and welcome. I am County Commissioner Jim Cavanaugh, and we're convening official meeting of the Douglas County Administrative Services Committee. We appreciate the hospitality of the City of Omaha and the Omaha Fire Division and hosting us on site for the operational rollout of the fire alert system. Much more about that later. We're honored to have Mayor Gene Stothard with us, Chief of the Fire Department Dan Olson, Head of the Firefighters Union Steve LeClaire, Douglas County Treasurer John Ewing, my colleague Douglas County Commissioner Claire Duda, and the principal of nearby North High School, Go Vikes, Gene Haynes. There's more people here that need introduction, but if we did that, we'd be here for a while. I just want to give a special shout out to our Douglas County Clerk, Dan Esch, who's keeping the official records of this.
We have the Open Meetings Act with us.
I'm getting to
All
that.
right.
And without whom I would have forgotten to say there's a copy of the Open Meetings Act available for your perusal. Care of the Omaha Fire Department, there's a electronic defibrillator, I guess more than one, here in case they're needed. So without further ado, we'd like to talk a little bit about what we're doing here today. First of all, it's great to see so many young people here. The North High School, that's our neighbor, just to the south, is truly one of the great public education institutions in Nebraska, in America. I am so proud to have a son at North High getting a quality education under the tutelage of dedicated educators headed by the Dean of the Omaha Public Schools Principals, Principal Hayes. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. This is our future, and I'm glad to have it here in the room with us, because what we're unveiling here today is a step into the future. 3 years ago, I was literally in this spot with some of our firefighters who are here with us today, looking at what at that time was our fire alert system, and had been for quite a while, and frankly had reached the end of its life. And I joke because I think that we'll get a demonstration a little later, but when I was here I said, well, can you fire it up for me so I hear what it sounds like? And it sounded like this. Emergency! I was like, oh my God. And based on that went throughout the house, whether you were sleeping or on duty or whatever, our brave men and women, first responders, were supposed to jump on the trucks and come to our aid. And it wasn't as easy as it should have been. So in cooperation with the Omaha professional firefighters and other first responders, Douglas County embarked upon a public safety bond. And in 2016, we submitted for voter approval a $45 million public safety bond, which was overwhelmingly approved in every precinct in Douglas County. And what you're seeing here today are the fruits of that voter-approved public safety bond, with the first of its components reaching operational status. So we're here kind of to celebrate a really cool thing. We have a joint city-county effort, and I want to thank our partners in the city administration, Mayor Stothard, the fire department, Chief Olson, firefighters, Steve LeClaire, and all the other brave men and women of the Omaha Fire Department. I got a special place in my heart for you. My father was a firefighter, my grandfather was a battalion chief, and I tell people if I'd had a brain in my head, I would have gone on the Omaha Fire Department. I am happy to have this opportunity to say thanks to all of you, our city partners. We've got a really good news story for you today. This is a great example of working together. We are doing better. City and county together have now collaborated on a better, cheaper, safer fire alert system for all of our citizens, submitted it to the people who voted for it, and implemented it with no tax increase. It doesn't get much better than that. And I want to thank everybody here who helped out on that, particularly the Omaha Professional Firefighters, Local 385, and all of its members who actively went out and hit the streets in promotion of the public safety bond that was voter approved. With that said, we've got a few things to get through on the program, and I want to make sure that we get our young scholars back to catch their rides home here in time, so we'll move right along. I would like to take this opportunity to introduce our mayor, Jean Stothard, and again, thank her and her administration for their help. Mayor Stothard.
Welcome to Fire Station 21.
Thank you very much.
And public safety is my #1 responsibility, and we are continually upgrading our emergency response equipment, communications, and training to ensure the safety of our citizens and, of course, all of our first responders. In every emergency, firefighters need the best tools possible to provide emergency care, and we have achieved a great deal in just the last 5 years. In addition to the station alerting, we have replaced 9 medic units, 13 fire trucks, and 7 battalion chief vehicles. Our first bariatric medic unit is now in service. We are buying automated stretchers with lifts for every ambulance. We have purchased thermal imaging cameras, the TIC cameras, Jaws of Life, our first foam trailer to extinguish ethanol fires, extractor washing machines, and replace personal protective equipment for our firefighters. We received $2.5 million federal grant to buy 493 new portable radios. We put Truck 53 and Medic 78 back into service. Both were removed during the last administration. And we are planning for the construction of 2 new fire stations. Station 31, which is at 25th and L Street, and Station 53, which is at 80th and Dodge. These are all important improvements to provide excellent emergency services. And we use a variety of funding sources, including public safety bonds, public facility bonds, and of course grants. Several years ago, when we prioritized the replacement of station alerting, I budgeted $1.7 million in our capital improvement plan to purchase and install the new system. Douglas County also included station alerting in its public safety bond issue that was passed by the voters. The City Council then approved a contract with Raycom Corporation to purchase a system at a cost of $2.5 million. $2 million was paid for with the bonds, and the city paid for the additional $465,000. We met our goal and our timeline, and the benefits were immediate. Public safety bond issue is an example of how the city and the county should work together. The taxpayers we all serve and the firefighters who protect our community all benefit. So thank you so much for the progress that's been made.
Thank you, Mayor.
You bet.
The mayor has some great people working in the city administration, and the next gentleman I want to introduce is one of those. He was here the day that I came out and met with the firefighters who are the people who respond when we call for their help. They're, in my opinion, universally our heroes. And I want you young people to pay particular attention, because being a firefighter is a great career. And it's a career that is necessary for our city to be safe. It's a career that would offer any of you challenging and satisfying work for the rest of your lives. You join a special category of our citizens when you join the firefighters, and frankly, you become a hero. One of those heroes, the head of the Omaha Professional Firefighters Union, is here with us today, was here with us at the beginning, and has been a staunch supporter of this effort throughout. And I'd like to take this opportunity to say it's my great pleasure to present to Steve LeClaire. And Steve, if you could come up, a rare thing, a rare document. This is a resolution of the Douglas County Board of Commissioners, unanimously supported by all of us and signed by all of us in recognition of not only Steve's personal contribution to the passage of the public safety bond issue that makes all of this possible, but to the union that he heads for all of their material support. So Steve, on behalf of the Douglas County Board of Commissioners, congratulations and thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Jim, thank you. We've come quite a ways since that day under the old alerting system. And it really is, from advocating on behalf of the bond issue, which the firefighters did quite vigorously, to the great partnership that developed between the county board, the firefighters, the mayor's office, and the chief's office. This is a project that really has come full circle. And it wouldn't have been accomplished without, I think, that mutual respect and the partnership that did form. This is truly an alerting system that's going to take us into the 21st century. It has some very unique properties that I'm very thankful to the mayor's office and the fire chief's office. They could have gone with a system that didn't have quite the bells and whistles, but wouldn't have done and wouldn't have performed to the level that it is performing. And some of those unique features are the ramp-up features on the alerting system. It has zone alerting, where only certain apparatus and rooms that those apparatus are assigned to will alert in the event of overnight alerting. So it really is a system that is going to carry us on into the future. All's well that ends well. This was a very difficult project. The logistical nightmare that came about from all of these different agencies and government agencies that needed to coordinate to make this happen, from the mayor's office, the chief's office, the board, the federal government. there were some very unique issues that arose during the process of getting this system in place. And it is now in place, and I can tell you that from the front line, it is a system that firefighters are reaping the benefits of. And not only the firefighters, but the citizens that we serve daily. This is going to save lives, it's going to improve response times, and a big thanks again goes out to the mayor and to the fire chief and the county board and the members of Local 385 for making this happen today.
Thank you.
If you haven't, there are handouts here that will give you kind of an overview of the public safety bond that we got passed in 2016. And we're going to talk more about its other aspects. Some of these representations that you see up here are other aspects of that. But just to concentrate for now on the operational rollout of this component, which is kind of the first online of the entire $45 million package. We have contributed, Douglas County, through our bond issue, $2 million to this, and the mayor indicates about another $500,000 came from the city, so it's truly a cooperative effort. And as a result, we have today, I think, the ability to show you what we bought. And I want to say the administration of the Omaha Fire Department deserves 2 thumbs up on this because the proof is in the pudding. And this was not the easiest thing to do. The system that I hope that we're about to hear is the result of the hard work of Chief Olson and a lot of folks in his administration in the fire department. And I'd like to say it's been a pleasure working with them. That said, I'd like to introduce Chief Dan Olson to give us kind of a run-through of what we actually have in terms of the fire alert system. Chief?
Thank you. Good afternoon and welcome to Station 21. It's somewhat of a homecoming for me. I started my career with the fire department here just nearly 26 years ago at Fire Station 21, and it is a station that's near and dear to my heart. On behalf of the entire Omaha Fire Department, I wanted to begin by expressing our sincere gratitude for all of those involved in this endeavor. This project is a shining example of the collective efforts of both city and county government, and for that reason I would like to express our department's appreciation to those who brought us here today. I'd like to start by thanking Mayor Jean Stother for her early commitment to this project and for thrusting her full support behind it. Mayor Stother understood the need to replace an aging system and made an early pledge to fund the project by earmarking capital dollars to make it all come to fruition. It should be noted that Mayor Stother regularly broadcasts public safety as her #1 priority, and her support of the Fire Station Alerting Project is a perfect example of her pledge. Mayor Stother's commitment to safety extends beyond public safety and includes her commitment to the well-being of our first responders and county dispatchers. We certainly appreciate the coordination and support that was dedicated toward this project by the Administrative Services Committee of the Douglas County Board of Commissioners. Your work to promote the public safety bond, your commitment to carve out funding for this project, and our work together to make it all happen is greatly appreciated. I would also like to thank Douglas County 911 supervisors and staffers for their work and support on this project, as well as the Omaha Fire Department's team members that worked tirelessly to bring us to where we are today. Ultimately, and before I move on to discussing the system itself, I want to thank the Douglas County voters. Their vote and approval of this bond is a clear indication of their commitment to public safety within our community. Moving on to the system itself, I'm going to speak briefly and highlight many of the alerting system's features. The system itself is a U.S. Digital Phoenix G2 fire station alerting system that is now operational in all functioning Omaha fire stations. The G2 system is an IP-based system that was designed to be flexible and modular so that future upgrades can occur when new technology becomes available. This system was also designed with redundancy in mind and features an IP over radio backup system. The state-of-the-art technology incorporated into this system is expected to provide benefits to our first responders, our 911 dispatchers, and ultimately our community. In terms of benefits to our first responders, As mentioned before, the system is equipped with heart saver tones, video status boards, colored lighting boards, speakers with indicating lights, common area lighting, bunk room zone selectors, and green, red light garage door indicators, just to name a few. The G2 system also encompasses features designed to enhance county dispatchers' ability to process and ultimately broadcast emergency calls. Text-to-voice recorded voice overlay allows for consistent and calming voices to be broadcast to responders during dispatch. It is our understanding and goal that these features will allow processing times at the dispatch center to be reduced, thus impacting our dispatch, turnout, travel, and ultimately overall response times in a positive manner. With all of this said, and in closing, I once again wanted to thank all of the stakeholders involved in this process. I wanted to close by relaying that we are prepared to provide a demonstration of the system's features at the close of this presentation.
Fire it up.
Okay, very good. So if you'll be patient, we have our IT guru, Stan Shear, here, who's going to work from his laptop.
This is a test of the new fire station alerting system for Omaha Fire Station 21, 3454 AIMSIG. Welcome.
So you might have noticed how clear that audible alert was, and notice the what I call the Siri voice, or the electronic voice. Our older system was equipped with a live voice from the dispatch center, and we're being told from other departments when we were conducting our research that it's very calming for us to have a consistent voice come across the dispatch tones in terms of an electronic.
That's 31 route to Nebraska Medicine Coach U.
One thing that really I think has improved are those countdown clocks up there by the front of the rigs. On an EMS run, we have 1 minute to get turned out, which is get on the rig and get the rig rolling out the door. On fire alarms, it's 90 seconds. And that countdown clock has really played an important role in improving those response times. So that has been a huge, that's been a huge assistance.
Steve, you're absolutely right, and that is just one component of our overall response time goals, is reducing our overall response time. When I came on the job 26 years ago, we had a very crude alerting system that actually predated the system that we had just replaced. And the alert tones were very, very bold and very alarming. And we were just broadcast with an address for an incident, the type of incident and the address. So we had to know our territory, know whether or not we responded to that alarm within our territory or not. And since time has moved on, the systems have evolved, and now it's relayed to us exactly what apparatus respond to what type of incident and what the nature of that incident is. So we've come a long way. So what we'll do is, when we get to the point where Jim's comfortable, we'll be happy to show you some of the more fine details of the system up close and personal. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you, Chief. We have an opportunity now to engage in what the Chief indicated is a demonstration. And I'm not exactly sure of the logistics of this, but we can take a break to engage in that now and show people what we're actually talking about. The great thing about this cooperative effort between the City of Omaha and Douglas County is that it's better, smarter, and safer for all of us now because we work together. There's a real lesson here. Better, smarter, safer for all of us because we work together. We had a vote of the people that gave us the mandate, and we didn't have to raise taxes. We can learn something from this experience. More of this would be better for the city, and I want to salute everybody who participated in it to make it work, because this is really an example of how our government works at its best. So thanks to the mayor and the city, and thanks to all of our friends in the firefighters union, and everybody else who really put their shoulder to the wheel on this one. And Chief, take it away. If you can show us how this works, that would be great.
We'll ask Stan to come up to the front, and then we will show you some of the fine detail features of the system. That's the one that's all about. Okay.
Yeah, that's big. Are you a Viking? Come on, come on.
Yeah, you can turn it.